What the hell is anabolic? High protein. Video over.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. If you are new, thanks so much for stopping by. In today's video, it's not over. We are going to explain what the anabolic diet is. So many questions I get all the time about what does anabolic mean? What is the anabolic diet? All the questions. So I took all your questions over from Instagram a little while back, typed them up. I've got all the explanations to do, so let's get right into it. So just a little bit about me if you are new here or haven't watched my videos in a while, because a lot of people haven't watched in a while and come back and you're like, what the heck's going on? I've been living an anabolic lifestyle since May 17th when I started my low carb cut, and now I'm just full on anabolic, and I do still eat a lot of keto friendly foods and keto products. Which brings me to a disclaimer before we talk about any of your questions, is that I still love and recommend keto. Yes, I still do. Even though I am not strict keto anymore, I think it's an amazing way of living. I think it's an amazing diet for particular people. Do I think it's something that you should do long term? Depending on the person. But for me, it just wasn't something that I could do anymore long term. I lived a ketogenic lifestyle for 2.5 years, and for my body goals and my individual needs, I needed to switch things up. But yes, I still highly recommend keto. I'm never going to bash keto, never going to be against it. It is something very passionate in my heart still, and I still recommend it. I am a certified health coach, and I still coach plenty of clients that are doing keto and anabolic. So what does anabolic mean? Like I said in the beginning, it is just focused more on high protein, but there's so much more to it. So when we get to some of the other questions, it will explain the anabolic diet in more detail. First question is, what are some of my favorite anabolic foods? So protein French toast from Greg Doucette. I highly recommend y'all follow his channel. I will link him down in the description box if you've never heard of him before. He is the king of high protein, the king of the anabolic diet, and you're gonna love him for all the wealth of information he has. He has a cookbook that I purchased, and I really like a lot of his recipes. Protein French toast is one of those, and I've made it many different ways. It's just really easy to make, and it's super satisfying and high in protein. Another one of my go-tos, breakfast items seem to be the go-to. I just really like breakfast food, but Jack Perez here, I'm gonna link his channel as well. He has amazing, like 2,000 calories, what I eat in a day videos, and tons of recipes, and he has a protein French toast bake that I've made all the different ways. It is also a go-to. Love his channel, love his recipes. Oatmeal is something that I really enjoy. Could not have that on keto, and I make it really high protein, so it definitely satiates me in the morning and gives me the extra carbs that I need for my lifting sessions. Leaner cuts of protein you want to choose, so ground chicken, ground turkey, seafood, fish, lean ground beef, all these are proteins that typically you go towards for an anabolic diet. Which leads me into, are there any foods off limit on an anabolic diet? The answer to that is absolutely not. What Greg says on his channel all the time, he calls it not anabolic diet, he calls it a circle diet, which means if you can fit it in your macros, whether that be calories coming from fat, protein, carbs, fit it in as long as you're staying under those calories per day, you're going to see fat loss, you're going to see weight loss, you're going to see results. So it doesn't matter where you're getting it from, but yes, on anabolic we do go towards that macronutrient of protein more than anything, and most times we keep the fat on the lower side. What I mean by the lower side versus keto is hella high. I strive to do at least 50 grams of fat per day for the healthy hormone aspect. For women, we need to get around 40 grams or so a day for our hormones, so that's what I strive for. If I go under 50, that's okay. If I go over it, that's okay too. I just make sure that that protein macronutrient is hit close to, or I go way over it within my calorie range. Next question, what prompted your transition from keto to the anabolic diet? Big difference, right? Big like switcheroo. So with keto, I found that I was not reaching my goals, my individual goals that I wanted for myself, which was losing fat and gaining more muscle. With lifting heavier in the gym, I was also losing energy. I was very lethargic throughout the day. After 2.5 years, I wasn't as energetic as I was, and just something was off. My menstrual cycle was starting to get messed up. I've mentioned that many times here before, and I just needed a change, and carbs were something that I needed to implement back in my journey for my individual goals and my health with the hormone aspect. This is probably the biggest question that I get all the time on my videos. Can you lose fat on an anabolic diet, or is it just meant for gaining muscle? You can absolutely lose fat on an anabolic diet. I found that when I was really in the cutting phase, the fat loss was just incredible, and then like all your gains were showing so well when I was in that cutting phase versus cutting on keto. I definitely recommend it for fat loss, and as long as I keep saying, and Greg says on his channel all the time too, calories in versus calories out. It doesn't matter what lifestyle you're doing, as long as you are under those calories, you're burning more calories than you're eating and taking in each day, you're going to see weight loss. It doesn't matter what lifestyle you live. It's all about tracking, weighing, and moving your body. I do suggest moving your body, but if you stay under those calories each day, doesn't matter if you're keto, Weight Watchers, anabolic, it doesn't matter. Stay under those calories, calories in versus calories out, and you will see results. How do you calculate macros for the anabolic diet? So first off, it's really just high protein. So in your macro calculators, you can set in high protein. I am a certified health coach, like I said, so I'll have my website linked. I do services just for personalized macros, which is pretty cheap, or if you want to do even further sessions, I have that available. I'd be happy to do that for you for the anabolic lifestyle, keto, whatever the case may be. But yes, it's just high protein setting in most of your calculators. You know when to adjust those macros in your anabolic journey. So it doesn't matter if it's anabolic, keto, whatever. If you are following specific macros and you have been under those calories, and then all of a sudden you're either starting to gain weight, you're in a stall, you're not liking how your body's looking, hungry, you're low energy, that's your signs where you need to change your macros, whether that be up your calories a little bit, change the lifestyle that you're doing. Those signs will tell you that you've been in this deficit too long, or you've been in this lifestyle too long and something's off. What are the benefits of anabolic versus keto? So like the pros and cons of keto versus anabolic. So anabolic, the pro is that it includes all food groups, like I said. So Greg talks about that circle diet. You can eat anything on this diet as long as you're within your macros. Now, you want to try to choose the healthiest foods, right? I don't want to say like, oh, I'm going to eat 1,700 calories of Skittles today because that's in my macros. No, that's not healthy. You can incorporate everything, carbs, fats, proteins, which is nice. Keto, however, you know we are restricted on the carbohydrates, which really frustrates me with keto because I have clients that are keto and they're like, man, I really couldn't put the extra broccoli on my plate tonight because it would make me go over my carbs. Girl, it's broccoli. It's broccoli. It's not like you're putting a damn donut on your plate. So that's what frustrates me about keto is we get so hung up on that carb number and you're not consuming some great foods just because of that carb number. So that's what I don't like about keto. Anabolic is good for fat loss and replacement of muscle gain. It's really good for that. Highly recommend that if that is something that is in the works for your journey. If you're looking to shed fat and replace it with lean, healthy muscle and just really look lean and tight, anabolics for you. For keto, it is great for pretty quick and efficient fat loss. I will say most people lose weight pretty quickly on keto and not even tracking, just doing under the net carbage. Great results with that as far as a quick weight loss. And it's also really recommended if you are diabetic, obviously with the zero sugar aspect, or if you're epileptic. So I don't think it's great long term if you don't have diabetes in your family or you don't have anything like that. Like in my case, definitely not recommended long term, years and years. But if you are someone that has diabetes in your family, or if you're diabetic, I highly recommend a ketogenic diet. Is living an anabolic lifestyle more to gain muscle or to lose weight? It can be both. It doesn't matter. Like I said, calories in, calories out. Is if you're wanting to gain muscle, lift heavier in the gym when doing anabolic. If you just want to lose weight, stay within those calories and eat the good foods with anabolic, and you're still going to see results. Is anabolic a better choice than keto if you have a good amount of fat to lose? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but again, calories in versus calories out. Doesn't matter what lifestyle you're doing. Think of it this way. If you are wanting to be in a 20% deficit, all right, so if I say, oh, in the calculator, I'm going to put you at a 20% deficit, your calories are going to be the same for a anabolic diet, for a keto diet, whatever diet's out there. Those calories will stay the same for 20%. The only thing that will change besides the calories is going to be your fat, protein, and your carbohydrates. So your macronutrients will change and fluctuate depending on your lifestyle. So whatever your lifestyle is, that's where you're going to get your calories from. So on keto, calories are coming primarily from fat. For our anabolic, calories are coming primarily from your proteins and from your carbohydrates. Does anabolic affect hormones long-term like keto has done for some people? So far, I've only lived an anabolic lifestyle since May 17th, like I said, so I can't say this 100%, but so far my periods have been back to normal since switching over to anabolic where they weren't with keto. And as far as hair loss goes, I have not supplemented with collagen this entire time since May, and I have had zero hair loss because of the high protein factor, which has naturally occurring collagen in it already. So a lot of people that switch to keto have to supplement with collagen because of the hair loss factor, because you're not getting really high amounts of protein. It's more focused on fat. So far I can say from my experience, it has helped with my hormonal aspect from switching to keto to anabolic with my menstruation for sure. And I'm not seeing hair loss like I was with keto. I had to supplement with a collagen on keto because if I did not, I would definitely see hair loss instantaneously. Can you be successful with weight, fat loss with anabolic, even if you aren't as active as me, referring to me? Yes, you can. Again, calories in, calories out. So if you are sedentary, we can set your calculator to no movement. It will give us your calories for let's say a 15% deficit. And if you stay underneath those calories, even with not moving and eating the right types of foods on anabolic, on keto, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose weight. You're going to lose weight. Now, do I recommend you moving your body? Hell yes. I recommend you moving your body 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. And that can be something as easy as going to take a 30-minute walk and it be at your own pace. Doesn't have to be crazy brisk. Don't have to be weightlifting in the gym, going beast mode. I know a lot of people, that's not their jam, but as long as you're moving your body in some way, if you have a stationary bike, if you have a bike and you just want to ride for 30 minutes, walk around your driveway, I don't care, but move your body for 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. And that's going to increase your calories. You get to eat more as well and still lose weight. So that's the benefit of working out. It's healthy for your heart, it's good for your body, and it speeds up the fat loss much quicker, and it's better for you in the long run. You get to eat a little bit more, winning in all aspects. So that is all the questions I have for anabolic. If you have any further questions and then you want me to make a part 2 of this video, leave them in the comment section down below. Remember that anabolic focuses on high volume, really good foods, really high volume, low calorie fruits and veggies and proteins. That's what we strive for, so we aren't feeling deprived. We're feeling pretty full from the high volume and the low calorie, and we focus mainly on getting a lot of protein in. Most people that are looking to gain muscle and are lifting choose anabolic, but like I mentioned earlier, you can definitely lose fat on this and not be such a heavy lifter in the gym. It doesn't have to be just for that. And another great thing about it, like I mentioned, is that it involves all aspects of foods that you can incorporate. It's definitely more sustainable, I feel, in the long run. You choose whichever. Some people ask me, which one would you choose better for me, anabolic or keto? You choose whichever one is best for you to be able to be successful long term. If keto foods and all that looks like it's going to be something that you can stick with for a longer time and be successful at it, choose keto. If anabolic is something because you get to choose all macronutrients within reason in your calorie range, and you think that that's something that you can stick to and not binge, go off the wagon and reverse back to day one, choose anabolic. Weight Watchers, I don't care, but whatever it is, try to find something that's going to be catered individually to you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks about whatever lifestyle diet. Pick what's best for you. Get those macros, track and weigh everything to be the most successful. If you're just winging it, you're not realizing how much you are really putting in your body or not putting in your body. So I always suggest to track and weigh, plug in everything, get a calculator, MyFitnessPal, Card Manager, it doesn't matter. Calories in versus calories out. Thank you, Greg, for always teaching us the things. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. If this video was helpful, give it a huge thumbs up. It was highly, highly requested by y'all. And if you are new here, I'd love to have you a part of the family. I do what I eat in a week anabolic videos, anabolic grocery hauls, meal prep videos, all the things, and I'd love to have you stay with me. Y'all have an amazing day and an awesome week. Don't forget to leave any questions that I did not cover in the comment section down below, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.